Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon for this very important conversation on financing opportunities for our minority women and small business owners. I'm very excited to be here with our partners to talk about the resources that are available to you right here in our community. We know that minority and women-owned businesses are often underrepresented and underserved for financing opportunities. So we felt that it was especially important today to pull together to talk about the new available programs and programs that do exist to help your business succeed and grow. And we also have a recipient of one of those programs joining us today to talk about why she found value in the loan and how she is utilizing it for her business, and that's Sharon James with Impact Food. So now I'd like to ask each one of our panelists today to take about 2 minutes to talk to you about their program area, how they can help your business, the financial resources that they have available, and how you can connect with them. And we'll start with my good friend and partner, Keith Bowers with the FAMU SBDC.
All right, thank you, Christina. And good afternoon, everyone. My name is Keith Bowers. I'm the Regional Director here at the Small Business Development Center at Florida A&M University. What we do here at the Small Business Development Center is that we provide technical assistance and consulting services to small business owners in our region. We cover an 8-county region in Northwest Florida. And the services that we provide are all provided at no cost. We're funded by the Small Business Administration, the Florida Legislature, and the Florida A&M. So all of the services that we provide don't cost our clients anything, but we really focus on individual needs as entrepreneurs and small business owners. And we customize those services to fit your needs and to help you start, grow, and expand your businesses.
Thank you, Keith. BDC is a wealth of resources for your business. So we appreciate your partnership and what you do here in our community. So how can businesses connect with you and engage with your services?
Well, you can connect with us by visiting our website, which is www.sbdcfamu.org. And I'll put that in the chat. And then I'll also include our main office number, which is 599-3407. And so you contact us and let us know that you're interested in sitting down and talking with one of our certified business consultants. And we start there, primarily just learning more about you and your business, and then what your goals and objectives are for your business. And then we help you develop a plan to get from A to Z, wherever you need to go.
Well, that's great. And then right next to you, kind of playing, I guess we'd say Hollywood Square, so to speak, is Katrina Tuckerson with the Capital City Chamber of Commerce. Again, thoroughly enjoy your partnership and leadership. Katrina, can you talk to us a little bit about the Capital City Chamber and what you do and how you assist your businesses?
Absolutely. Greetings, Tallahassee. One of the things that the Capital City brings to this collaborative partnership, we are always happy to talk about money. So one of the things that we bring to this partnership is the technical assistance that your business may need in order to get prepared, in order to, before you go to the credit union or before you even apply for your PPP assistance, or even something similar to what Keith offers at his place of employment. But anyway, we are located here off of Lafayette Street. You can go to our website at capcitychamber.com. You click on the button technical assistance and you kind of give us a brief description on what you need, and it automatically emails us. And that's what we offer here at the Capital City Chamber.
And another chamber that is a great resource for our community is the Big Bend Minority Chamber, led by Antonio Jefferson. Antonio, thank you. You and Katrina both work tirelessly to help support our minority businesses, and we greatly appreciate that. Can you talk to us a little bit about the BBMC and how businesses can engage with you?
Sure. Thank you, Christina, and thank you for my colleagues that have joined us this morning. My name is Antonio Jefferson, and I'm the President and CEO of the Big Bend Minority Chamber of Commerce. Our chamber was founded in 2012 with a specific focus on serving women and minority-owned businesses in the five-county area: Leon, Gadsden, Wakulla, Jefferson, Franklin. And so we're so proud to be part of this initiative in the Tallahassee community. The chamber provides business-related services as similar to what Katrina and Keith has shared. We provide business support services in the area of accounting, finance, in all aspects of matters in which businesses need to grow. But our most important role here in this community is advocacy for women and minority-owned businesses. And through that, we have advocated for various policies at both the state as well as the local level to increase the likelihood that our businesses in in the minority community are able to grow, survive, and prosper. And so we find that being an important role. And without the help of the Tallahassee Office of Economic Vitality, FAMU Credit Union, the ARPC, and the many others that are in this community that makes up this ecosystem that help businesses grow and sustain in our community, we're proud to be part of it.
I love how this reminds you that your mic is muted, so you don't have to say it. So, thank you, Antonio, for your partnership and leadership. We have truly a great community here of leaders to help support our small businesses. And, I always say that economic development is a team sport. And I think this webinar right here really shows how much needs to come together to help support our MWSBEs.
And I did not say,
I'm sorry.
I did not add the last plug. How you can get in contact with us is at our website at mybbmc.org, or you can call us at 850-577-0789. Thank you.
There you go. I think you got to say the phone number a little slower, or we'll capture it in the chat for you.
Thank you.
So, I kind of going on financial resources and access to those is we have two brand new programs in our marketplace available for our minority women and small businesses, one of which kicked off yesterday. Yay! Both of them are a pot of $1 million in micro lending and revolving loan funds that we're really excited to talk about and promote today. I'm going to start with the newest fund to hit the market, and we'll introduce Sheila Montgomery here with the FAMU Federal Credit Union. So Sheila, talk to us a little bit about the FAMU Federal Credit Union and this great micro lending opportunity, as well as some others that exist out there in the marketplace.
So thank you so much for having me a part of this esteemed panel. It is such a privilege to be able to be a part of giving back to the community. I am Sheila Montgomery, President CEO of FAMU Federal Credit Union. Our credit union is over 85 years old, and we are a full service financial MDI, and that's a minority depository institution. We're really excited about the micro lending program. It kind of enhances what we've already been doing, and that's serving individuals, businesses, and the community for years and years and years. This micro lending program to me is very special and timely, because right now, this is the time that businesses are going to have to repurpose how they do business. And if you know anything about the past, you know that when there's times of uncertainty, great things can come from small businesses. Our goal is to be able to provide the financial resources after you've gotten all of this technical assistance from our collaborative partners, and we too can help you with some of those technical assistance opportunities. Our goal is to help you to strategize what you need to do with the money that we're able to loan out. The beautiful thing about the credit union is we realize that we want you to have affordable payments when you do lending, when you do loans, which means that our interest rates are going to be in single digits. We also realize that you can't do it one time. One thing about a business, as your business grow, you should always use other people's money. And why not use OEV money? Or just think about the opportunity that you have to really say, here's where I'm going to start, I'm going to grow, and I can go back to a financial institution that really does not have a problem sitting down with me and having a conversation about my business. How can I succeed? What do you think I should do? All of those things is built on trust. And here at FAMU Federal Credit Union, this is why we want to be your financial resource of choice, at least one of the ones. So I want to thank you all for just understanding that we are here to help. We're willing to help, and we just can't wait to help. Thank you. Our website is FAMU, and that's FAMUFCU.com. Our telephone number, 850-222-4541. Thank you.
And Sheila, your loan program is already off to a great start. You announced the first recipient of the micro-lending opportunity. Great story. You have to share with us a little bit on how you were able to help that very first business.
It is a great story. She's a local business right here in Leon County. I'll give you the brief version of that. But, you know, her father got ill, and she was home taking care of him, and she always loved to bake. And the thing she said, I had to make a choice. Do I jump out on faith or just go back to my corporate job? The beautiful thing about her, she did jump out on faith. But thank goodness FAMU Federal Credit Union was there to help her, to position her to go right into the business that she so dearly wanted to go into. Now, she's been part of our credit union for about a year and a half. Great returns. Her business has grown. I have to tell this quick story. We were trying to get her to do her PPP with us, and she said, I don't qualify because you have to show that your income has declined. Well, guess what? Her income has not declined. And we'd like to think that because we were able to help her to get started and not have to worry about how do I get money for construction? How do I get money for inventory? To have that in place was a testament that small businesses just need a little hand. And then having this micro lending piece, we're just adding to that. I talked to her the other day, and she said, you know, it's time for me to gear up another level. I said, we're ready to gear you up another level. And so we're really, really proud of what she's done in this community. She's getting ready to hire a couple of people. So I think what we're doing here, all of us as a collaborative, we're just giving a helping hand so people can transition through this uncertain time. So it's just been a joy.
Well, great. Thank you so much, Sheila, for sharing that story, and congratulations again for, kicking off that partnership with Leon County to infuse that micro lending opportunity.
Absolutely.
And then kind of transitioning a little bit to Jana Williams with the Apalachee Regional Planning Council and Sharon James, both of you here to talk to us about the other opportunity that we have. It's another $1 million revolving loan fund available in our marketplace, and have greatly appreciated the partnership with the Apalachee Regional Planning Council. Very similar to the credit union, they have been running a program for quite some time, and we were able to leverage some federal dollars to establish that program. But I'm taking away all your speaking points there, Jana. So you want to talk to us a little bit about your fund, and then Sharon, we want to hear from you how you were able to take advantage of this grant opportunity and how you found out about it. So we'll start with Jana.
Okay, great. Thank you. So as you mentioned, I'm with the Apalachee Regional Planning Council, and we are a quasi-governmental agency that assists with grants, outreach, project implementation, and other planning activities to enhance our 9-county region. That includes Calhoun, Franklin, Gadsden, Gulf, Jackson, Jefferson, Leon, Liberty, and Wakulla counties. And we house a variety of programs. The program that I am fortunate to be involved with is the Revolving Loan Fund program. As Christina said, with the help from the OEV, we do have $1 million right now with our Revive Revolving Loan Fund that we would like to offer to small businesses in the Leon County and Tallahassee area. We also have another revolving loan fund, I just want to say, for the other 8 counties. So just we want to support all small businesses in our region, but right now we'll focus on Revive. This program offers low interest rate loans to small businesses in Leon County and Tallahassee that are unable to obtain a loan from conventional lenders. So our program is intended to complement private banks. Through the careful screening of loan applicants and creative loan structuring, our program intends to offset the reluctance of conventional lenders to meet the credit needs of higher risk, but creditworthy businesses in Leon County. The program is not a grant or forgivable loan, but we have a lot of flexibility in making sure that our borrowers will be able to make the payments in the time frame that we agree upon. The small businesses, sole proprietors, and 501c3 organizations are all eligible to apply, and the loan uses include inventory, working capital, machinery and equipment, building purchases and renovations, leasehold improvements, and many other ways to help start or expand your business. That's what that money should be going towards. The loan amounts range from $5,000 to $100,000. The interest rates are typically between 5% and 6%, and we do require collateral. However, unlike a traditional bank, we have the benefit of flexibility regarding the loan terms, the payment structure, and the types of collateral that we are willing to accept and consider. Let's see. I want to also mention that the goal is primarily to fill gaps in our capital gaps in our economy, particularly for women and minority-owned enterprises. And we want to promote local job creation. Retaining and creating new jobs is the name of the game. That's what we're here for. We also offer, after the fact, we can offer graphic design and marketing help in addition to the loan, to help those businesses get a wider audience and cast a larger net. So if y'all are interested in talking to me more, you can contact me at 850-488-6211. My email is jwilliams@arpc.org. And you can also visit our website at www.arpc.org. And we can put the information in the comments as well.
Great. Thank you, Jenna. I appreciate that. And so, Sharon, how did you hear about the APRC fund program, the Revive program, and what did you decide to kind of, stealing from Sheila, take that leap of faith on?
So thank you, Christina. I am Sharon James. I'm the CEO and founder of Impact Food Services Group, LLC, also known as Impact Foods. We are a relatively new company in Tallahassee. We own and operate fresh food kiosks. And those fresh food kiosks are very similar to vending machines. Right now, we have 3 stores that are operating in the downtown area in Clayman Plaza, and we have another machine that will be going online very soon at TMH, the Northeast Emergency Center. So I found out about the Apalachee Regional Planning Council through folks on this particular call, through the network, the support system that exists in Tallahassee for small business owners. I really don't remember how the trail of connectivity started, but I do recall in the height of the pandemic in around May, being introducing the business concept the business itself to a few folks, and them connecting me on an email thread that went through the Office of Economic Vitality. It flowed to the FAMU Small Business Development Center, and ultimately landed on Jana's desk. And so we have been working over the past few months as a business, and are really excited about the opportunity to work with the Apalachee Regional Planning Council. One of the extraordinary things about the Apalachee Regional Planning Council, as Jana mentioned, is the wraparound services that come with the loan program. So not only are you able to get funding to either start or grow your business, but they provide strategic business support. They really work with you to develop a plan for your business, to connect you with potential purchasers. Our company places the fresh food kiosk across the city. Jana has been helpful in helping me identify locations. So that type of strategic business support. And also, as she mentioned, the marketing and public relations support that they're also able to provide. Any business can have a great idea. I could have sat at home with this idea and purchased kiosks that no one ever knew about. And so because they have been helpful in helping me get the word out, I'm on a path towards success. So I'm very excited about the opportunity to work with them and the loan funds that are available to me.
That is great. Thank you so much, Sharon, for sharing that story with us. So, we have over 70 businesses engaged with us on our platform today. So, we got some really good questions to ask too on certain reasons for how do you know what capital you should use. But first, I wanted to go back around and allow each of you to say something that you feel as though each one of these 70 businesses listening with us today needs to know. And since I skipped Daryl's introduction, he's my good friend and great colleague, and I'm so thankful that he is leading our MWSBE division. We'll start with you, Daryl. Why don't you kind of say your name, who you are, and what these 70 businesses paying attention today and watching us needs to take away with.
Well, thanks so much, Christina, and thank you everybody who's on our call right now, and to all of our collaborative partners. I think it's pretty cool that I get to make my comments last, because I think here at OEV, as an English major, I got to use a metaphor and an allegory. We're like the topsoil, and the good part about it is that all of these other partners who are represented here, for our business community, they can genuinely harvest and reap a bumper crop of resources that are now available in our community, and that bumper crop is fortified by these business finance options that we presently are able to afford. I'm very, very proud that the Office of Economic Vitality has partnered both with ARPC and FAMU Federal Credit Union to create these business financing options. Most specifically, both are geared across the expanse of our community and our service area to make certain that as businesses try to engage in both supplier diversity, how they're trying to remain afloat, how they're continuing to create jobs here through these business financing options, and what has always been the historic influence and opportunity made through the SBA for our local SBA provider with FAMU SBDC. Here now we've got the types of resources that businesses need to take it to the next level. And the beauty of what you'll discover also in this conversation, so I'm going to turn it back to my colleagues, is that each one of them have products that are different than the others. But regardless of what your need may be, as much as $250,000 to a smaller loan is $500, but whatever you need, and then whatever your business is, whether it needs secured loan financing or not secured loan financing. And here our most recent product that is managed by the FAMU Federal Credit Union, even the credit score can be as low as 540 credit score. So I'm looking forward to hearing what they will describe about the varied products that they have, all of which are made available to equip minority and women-owned businesses.
Daryl, I'll come behind you and add to that. I know we have a lot of listeners out there. So one of the things that's huge here, a lot of the small businesses are scared. I heard Ms. James say that, you know, she just took a leave. She don't even remember how she found out. But the key thing is when you are in need for some financial support and money, trying to make your business thrive and go to the next level, you listen for keywords. She listened for the keywords that said, financing was available. How do you get it and how do you make it happen? The first step is contacting us. I see a lot of businesses keep popping their names up on here that we see you. We're here. We want to help you. One of the ways is even if you connect with any of us on our websites, just put your contact information in there to either of us. We will reach back out to you and say that we're here to help you. The thing about what we're doing today is the funding may not always be available. So how do you stay ahead of the game and make sure that you are there for your business and make sure that you are on top of your game? And that's one of the key components to being successful is securing money for your business.
You know,
Christina, if I might also add, for all of our partners, make sure that you're sharing this Facebook Live on all of your respective pages, so there'll be just one more method we can ensure that people are engaged during this timely conversation.
Absolutely. Thank you for that reminder, Daryl. And, you know, Katrina's point leads me right into one of the next questions that I was going to ask here. When we did our survey of minority and women businesses, the top two sources of capital respondents named were savings, 45%, and local grants, 44%, and commercial loans came in a distant third at 22%. The question I have is, what influences a business owner's choice for sourcing capital, and which source do you think should be the most used?
Well, I'll be happy to start off. Been in the financial arena for such a long time. You know, people are really scared to ask. They feel like they're not always prepared, or they don't have the right documents, or, you know, people are going to say you're not ready. So fear stops a lot of the opportunities to use someone else's money. And that's what I kind of preach. You got to figure that out. It's that mix. And I would change that mix a little bit if I were in a business to find out, how do I position my business to be able to not only get funds, let's say at the credit union or with ARPC, but you're always going to have to figure out, how do I always be prepared to diversify, because you're going to grow. And when you grow, you're going to need more resources, more interactions with, you know, the areas that you're going in. So fear, to me, I have seen is the first, I guess, I don't want to call it a problem, but it is just something that people just feel like, I just can't do it.
A barrier.
A barrier. Thank you. That's the perfect word. The second thing, and I'll do this really quickly, is that, you know, we hear about small businesses, but in many communities, they don't see that it's the impact. And so we as collaborative partners, I think we can push a little bit more of that narrative out there to say, not only did you succeed, but gosh, I'm going to tell somebody how that worked for you. And so we have to be advocates, just like Antonio was saying, to let other businesses know that, no, we did help that business and they are doing well, and not just, you know, leave it in our shops to talk about. So I just think if we just let people know that it's okay, your credit score can be low, but guess what? We can help you to get that better. Or you don't have collateral. Well, guess what? Let's figure out how we can get you some non-collateral money so that we can at least get you in that business. And my last comment would be, we're proud to say with the micro lending program that we are going to have unsecured money, lines of credit set up to $15,000. We feel like that's important because a lot of times you really need to have a line of credit to get maybe a contract. or maybe you just need that line of credit set aside so for an emergency. So we felt that was very important to establish. But more importantly than that, I think we have to look at the bottom up. I'll say for FAMU Credit Union, I'm looking for information from my businesses. What do you need? I don't want to tell you what you need and then you fill into a bucket. So I will be having more conversations, trying to understand the need, especially with my collaborative partners, to say, hey, this is what we see in our areas as well, because it's you that matter. You, the small businesses, you know what you want to do. You know how you want to operate. Our goal is just to be that other resource for you to be successful.
When you mentioned fear, you had a lot of people say and echo that they see fear as a barrier. So Keith, this question is for you and Katrina and Antonio. How can you help these businesses kind of help them overcome that barrier that they feel as fear within your organizations?
Yeah, Christina, one thing I was going to add to this conversation is that what we see a lot of times that keeps people from accessing these types of resources is they'll start to hear all these numbers, credit score, collateral, debt to income ratio, and then they start to self-diagnose. And I would say, please do not self-diagnose. You've got people assembled around this community, all of which are on this call today, that will help you take and demystify all of those things and really just cut to the chase and provide you direct services that fit your needs, because not every business is the same. Your needs for capital may differ, but you really need to understand exactly what resources are the best fit. So you don't have to sit there and wonder and wring your hands about, well, maybe this program is not for me. All of the services that we're talking about in terms of helping put you in the position to be successful are at no cost. This is a no judgment zone, and it's sort of like you don't have to clean up your house before your housekeeper comes. We help you do that stuff. So we help people from varying walks of life and different types of businesses. So we've seen pretty much everything under the sun, and we can help you find and identify the right resources to grow your business.
So, Christina, what I'll add to this is to say to those that are listening, as well as to any business that any of us may assist, the fear is real. Let's not under talk that. It is fear. The fear is there. 20% of businesses nationally fail in the first year. After the second year, 30% of those businesses fail. And by 10 years, 70%. Well, for Black businesses, in the first 18 months, 80% of them fail. Now, I don't say that only as a discussion about failure in our community, as well as both locally and throughout our state and nationally. I say that to say that there's no reason for you to fail with the wraparound services that are provided through the multiple agencies that are here. So yes, it's okay to be afraid, but when you're afraid, you're cautious. And I'm sure when Ms. James took that leap of faith of starting this business, she didn't know the answer. But the first place where every business has got to start at, and for you to be successful and for you to remember, is within yourself and the family support system that are around you. They should be the first investors into your business because those are the people that believe in you most. And with that support and with the support of the many entities that are represented here today, we can all help put that business on Front Street and help it survive. So I would encourage anyone. It doesn't make a difference whether you belong to the Big Bend Minority Chamber of Commerce or Cap City Chamber of Commerce. We're all here for the same purpose of growing and helping you grow your business. Whether it's FAMU Credit Union or ARPC or any of the lending institutions in our community, we're all here to help, because we all know that when the tide rises, all boats are lifted. whether you're south side, north side, northeast, southeast, wherever you're at in this community, we stand all in the gap ready to be of an assistance. And we're proud to be part of this partnership. And listen, be afraid, but come see us so we can at least help you lower those fears a little bit, and we'll grow together.
So, going to the small business perspective, Sharon, you mentioned that you had an email chain and wound up here at those resources. And I see a lot of comments in the chat about people saying, hey, it can be done. Don't be afraid. People being reassured by your comments, Keith and Antonio. So Sharon, what advice do you give to some of these businesses that are listening today that see that barrier there, and how do you help them take that leap of faith?
Thank you, Christina. So one of the first things that I would say, and this is really piggybacking on earlier comments, is you can spend time individually working on your mindset about money. And I think that particularly, I know that we have a number of African-American women-owned businesses on the call, on the line. And for us, the fear it is real, but some of it stems from our mindset about money, particularly how we grow wealth, how we establish financial stability for ourselves and our children. So that fear is real. And so I would recommend, which is something that I did, I really spent some time trying to shift my mindset about money and understanding. And for example, culturally, a number of us have hesitancy about loans. Going into debt for the things that you want and need is different than signing up for $40,000 and you're unsure as to how you'll be able to make those payments. But that type of loan hesitancy, it is something that we can, when you have the wraparound services and the support of the folks that are participating, that's something that we can get over. The second thing I would mention again, and it's also a mindset, is that a number of us, women especially, are natural nurturers and givers. And so we develop and create oftentimes successful businesses, but those businesses are centered around services. And so when you go to get loan financing that requires collateral or equipment, it can sometimes be difficult because the value that you're providing is you. And so I think businesses have to be, particularly service businesses, have to be creative about the ask. So you may be wanting to open a daycare. Think beyond just the service. When you go to the credit union, I'm just throwing this out here in terms of example. When you go to the lender, tell the lender you want to buy the house where the daycare is going to be. That creates collateral versus you're borrowing, working capital for lease payment. So again, my recommendation is that we work on our mindset, and that really is the key to our success.
Hello, Sheila. As I listened to Sharon and her story, which one of the things that she said early on was that her relationship with APRC was one that was sustainable, and they continued to provide nurture and instruction throughout the length, from the beginning of the loan process through the award of the loan, and then after she's now since secured her money and are making her payments back. Sheila Montgomery with FAMU Federal Credit Union, at present, you have 3 separate loan products, all with differing terms, methods by which you decide interest rates. I'd love for you to talk more about that and how you help those persons who you provide loans to manage their debt.
So I will talk about the loans, but let me just say this first. When you're with a financial institution, it's not just a loan, because we don't want that relationship. We want you as a partner. Now, what that means is we're going to have you open up a savings account, get that started. If you want a checking account, you can have that. If you want to sign up for any type of special accounts, so just squirrel money to the side, we want you to walk in here to say, hey, I want this loan, but I really want a relationship. I want to have a partner. I want someone I can sit down to and cry about I didn't make any money yesterday, And then you can say, well, let's see what we can do to help you. As you stated earlier, we do have three different, well, actually more than three, but we do have various ways that we can help you. The micro lending piece is a very flexible piece that I think that, it's really going to bring a lot of value to small businesses. So I'm really excited about that. We also have the Black Business Loan from Department of Economics, DEO. I can't think of the name of it. It's from DEO. And we do loans all across the state of Florida. That loan goes up to $250,000. And so we do a lot of those. But guess what? We also have an internal loan that we, the credit union, this is where you can get that small $500 loan if you need it. You can come in and say, I just need money to pay rent for my business. So you have some flexibility because you have different levels or tiers of need. And when you have different tiers, then you can have a different conversation. One of the things I will say, and Sharon, thank you so much for talking about the money mindset, is because I do find people come in, want to open up businesses and think they're going to get rich quick. That does not happen. So you really have to think through what you want to do and be passionate. I came out of retirement because I love doing credit union work. I love my retirement and I love paying off. I love this work. So you could pay me $5 and I still would have came to work for the credit union. That's the passion that you have to have for your business. Whatever it takes, the money will come. I don't tell people to work for money. I tell you to work for your passion because the money will come. But do not think it's going to be a get rich quick thing. We'll work together as partners. I denied people when they first came to the credit union and they weren't prepared. But what I told them, I'll help you get prepared because that's the name of the game. We want you to be sustainable. We have the flexibility to take all type of loans that could get you in different buckets. But I want to make sure that I am not just checking a box and saying, you got a loan. That's not what we do here. We have to figure out how do we understand each other so that we can, as Sharon so graciously said, have that relationship that is beyond that first touch point. So thank you, Dara, for allowing us to share that we're more than just a lending organization. We are your business partners.
Christina, if I could, I'd like to draft Ms. Montgomery with this. I've been watching Facebook and some of the commentary that I've seen over the recent weeks as the ARPC as well as the FAMU Credit Union program have rolled out relative to individuals saying that, oh, the process is still going to be too hard, what have you. This is what I want to say, more specifically about the program with Florida A&M University Credit Union. Ms. Montgomery and the team, as well as OEV and our Leon County commissioners, have challenged Katrina and I, and as well as the staff at OEV, to find a way in working with this credit union to help this program meet people where they are. Yeah. Now, I can say to you that this is a walk that we're all walking on faith. And we're hoping that this investment that Leon County has seeded into Florida A&M University Credit Union is going to result in being able to grow and sustain business, as well as the ARPC program. The intent there is good. We have got to work together as a community in partnership with our businesses, getting that feedback from our businesses. If there is too much burden of some sort, then the chambers are here to be helpful in that way. OEV is to be helpful in that way. So you're not walking into something without the assistance and without the goal of seeing you achieve your goals. So I think it's critically important that the message goes out to our community that this is a total ecosystem of a number of resources to help our businesses realize their dream. Now, every business is not going to succeed. That's real. But at the end of the day, you will not find between the Cap City Chamber, the Big Bend Minority Chamber of Commerce, as well as the Tallahassee Chamber of Commerce, individuals that walk into this that said that you've got to fit a certain demographic or you have to have certain opportunity. You've got to be related to somebody for us to reach our hands out and be helpful to you in this moment and to grow this. Because again, I always say it, that if we ensure that when the tide rises, that all boats are lifted, our kids are employed, the people that are here now that have dreams and aspirations of seeing a business grow, the social ills that we all face in our community for the lack of employment, and folks that have or like to see their incomes grow, we can create that here in Tallahassee with great partners like that we have here today, and wonderful individuals like Sharon that are willing to take that leap of faith.
I also want to add, as a part of our work here with the Office of Economic Vitality, particularly as we certify businesses, one of the reasons that we talk about the importance of certification is that through certification, we want to make sure that we are engaged with our business, our minority and women-owned businesses found in our community, so that we have that constant connection of information and communication for you, where we can make certain that you're aware of all the capacity building opportunities that are available, as Mr. Jefferson has described, within the ecosystem. Matter of fact, one of the requirements for our certification program is that you have to document that you've engaged with the FAMU Small Business Development Center. Whether it is supplier diversity, whether it is business expansion, or if you're a new entrepreneur, brand new, I guess have a business idea and concept, the FAMU Small Business Development Center, all of us tip our hat to them and the important role that they play as a first capacity building partner that we have, because of the breadth of services they provide, whether it's financing, marketing, bid estimating for those who are applying for bids with the city, the county, and Blueprint. They teach you how to build wealth. They teach you how to expand your business. And all of that comes from the importance of creating a business plan that provides the roadmap for your business success. So then armed with that business plan that they help you to create and that technical assistance they provide, then when you go to get your loan, you'll know the best way to apply those dollars so that you can maximize the opportunity and maximize and optimize, right? When you use all the I's, right? That you get all your I's in a row. Maximization, optimization, and I think they do a fantastic job of that. And then there's also something important about collaboration, born of your association with both the Capital City Chamber and the Big Bend Minority Chamber. Again, providing a different level of technical assistance and engagement, such that you're ultimately equipped and empowered to be your best business self. So I'm thankful for everybody who's on here.
The conversation is so wonderful today, and I have a lot more questions here to ask and engage with you, but I know our audience does as well. So we got a couple of ones. One of them starts out with, given the fact that we're in COVID-19 and social distancing, do you accept Zoom appointments to be able to engage with you as well as in-person appointments?
I'll start off and say we absolutely do. We know how important it is for them to see us and us to see them. And we definitely think that is one of the key things to, it gives the business an opportunity to tell their story. Because I like to hear the story first, and then we get down to business. So, but yeah, Zooms are definitely a great resource. And what I love about Zooms is you can set appointments up and meet every week if you like. And still, I had one young lady, she was in her car driving. Oh, it was my appointment date. And I said, no, we don't do cars. You got to pull to the side or call me later. We'll make this work. But Zooms are very, very effective. And the last thing about the Zooms that I like is that you see passion in people when you see them on the screen. And so I'm a little excited when I see you really, really enjoying or excited about what you can do for your business, which ultimately helps your family. And of course, that dollar turns right back over into the community.
Christina, this is Sharon. I just wanted to piggyback off of that because one of the things I'd like to share is I don't think that I would be as far as I am in the process if it weren't for the virtual environment that we're in now. So this isn't my primary job. And so I was able to set aside an hour or 2 or 3 over a couple of weeks and set Zoom appointments. And so, in the normal way of work, I would have had to stop and drive to the Small Business Development Center or drive to OEV. And so to be able to pop into a Zoom, for 30 minutes or 45 minutes and talk about my business was very helpful. So I would encourage anyone to take advantage of the virtual space that we're in now for that purpose. Because it, like I said, I don't think I would be as far as I am if I didn't have that opportunity to pop in virtually and meet with folks that I wouldn't normally be able to meet with so quickly.
Is that something that we can continue to do, in the next couple of months, or beyond, when you look beyond what could be beyond COVID, is to have those appointments in Zoom to help?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. I'm told that we have a lot of questions from the audience. So let's start with our first one. Let's see here. Hi, Jana.
Here's Shayna. She's back.
All right. While we're waiting for that, it's on the screen. Can you apply for multiple loans if you have multiple businesses?
I'll start off with that. That's a loaded question because you can. Let me just say the answer is you can. My question would be, how does that look on your portfolio? Are you able to pay multiple loans? What do you need? Which business is going to give you the bigger return? So I'm one of these, look at the big picture, because I do believe in multiple streams of income, but I also know you've got to have a primary business that's going to give you that cushion to launch your other businesses. So the answer is yes, but there would be a deeper dive when we're talking about what loans you will need and why.
Okay.
Yeah, and I will add to what Sheila's saying is if you came to us as a client and you've got multiple businesses, we would compartmentalize each one of those businesses, do a feasibility analysis, do a financial analysis, and then let you know, the likelihood of you being able to leverage the resources available today, and more importantly, have the cash flow to repay the loans that you're taking out. So we would look at each individual business as a standalone business to make sure that it's a viable business and something that is credit worthy.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for that question. Anybody else to add before we go to our next one?
Yeah, real quick, I just wanted to add to it, since you mentioned multiple loans, most of the time, a lot of businesses apply for multiple loans when you need it today or tomorrow. And so that's what a lot of businesses, especially small businesses that are unsure if they can get any funding. And that is what FAMU Credit Union has established, those $500 or $1,000 small increment loans. And it's also a credit builder. So it also builds up your credit at the same time. That is huge to start your business credit. So I just wanted to add that to it. And you have to, like Antonio said earlier, you have to get around the mindset that you don't want to fill out a lot of paperwork. Most of the time we are on this call because we have minimized your paperwork, but at the same time, if it's no effort or paperwork put into it, you got to have success behind it. You have to put something into it in order to get green dollars. So get green dollars, you got to sign the line. So that's all I wanted to add, Christina.
All right. And so thank you, Katrina. And our next question is regarding, it looks like it was women-owned businesses. So, which organization should you begin with if you are just starting? So I guess it would depend on your needs.
Yeah. I would say that if you're just starting your business, we would be we'd be able to help you. And I think a lot of folks on this call, Big Bend Minority Chamber, the Capital City Chamber, OEV, all of us have a lot of resources. And the thing that I like about our community is I really feel strongly that we have created a situation where there's no wrong doors. So if you show up at my door and I'm not able to assist you, I can refer you to Katrina, I can refer you to Antonio, and vice versa. You know, we can refer you to Office of Economic Vitality. And we do this all the time. And we have done a really good job of cataloging all of the resources and services that each of us provide respectively. And so I don't think you can go wrong with reaching out to anyone that is represented at this session today.
Keith, you're walking away with some good tips here. Don't clean your house before the house cleaner comes. Bring us your problems to solve, and there's no wrong door. So this is some key, and then overcome your fears. You know, make the ask, make that ask. Those are some big takeaways today. I think we got some time for a couple other questions here. We've got about 3 minutes left. Do you have to be an LLC in order to apply for the loans? Sheila's shaking her head no.
No, you do not. You know, a lot of people, they go on and they create LLCs because I call the street committee said, you gotta have an LLC. But you can be a sole proprietor, and, you know, people use their EINs, you can use your Social Security. The biggest thing is, you know, what are you going to give IRS when you're talking about your business? But these are things that we can help you make a decision on. If you're not sure if you need an LLC or sole proprietorship, you know, just where you want to be, it's a conversation. Let's talk about what you're trying to do, where you're trying to go. And then we help you to, we give you some advice. We don't tell you how to do your business, but we try to give you some areas to think about, and then you can make the final decision. So no, you do not have to have an LLC to apply.
I saw a question also, Christina, where someone asked, are the microloans available just for for-profit businesses or are not-for-profit businesses eligible as well?
So we are truly trying to hit all sectors. And I will be the first to tell you, I need those profit businesses to come through here because they generate the job structure. But I started a nonprofit, or was part of starting a nonprofit, and they do fabulous work. And so we'd like to look at every opportunity that comes through here. Because again, the credit union has various levels of loans. So just come through the credit union and we'll see where you are as far as profit or nonprofit.
I see another question I'd like to respond to, Christina, and that is about grant programs that are possibly available. As you know, during this pandemic, the Office of Economic Vitality, armed with the direction that came from, most specifically, our IA Board of Directors, which is comprised of both the city and the county commission. Many of you will recall that in response to the pandemic, to ensure that we were able to serve our businesses, we worked in cooperation with all of the entities represented here to facilitate the CEDAR grant program. Then the Leon County Commission would then use CARES Act dollars to facilitate, again, economic recovery grants that were able to be made available to businesses as well as not-for-profits and individual families through the CARES Act. However, at present, we are unaware of any additional grant monies that are coming down the pipe. But what is still important about the programs that we are describing here, that these loans, we purposely took the time in cooperation with everyone seated here to make sure that we were able to create loan products that spoke specifically to the different, how each business was differently equipped to be able to get the type of financing it needed for its expansion. We don't foresee any additional grant dollars, but the loans are crafted in such a way and created in such a way with terms, limits, thresholds that will be able to serve your business in such a way that you'll be able to be well served, and that you'll be able to retain and expand your business. And that's why we've come together for this important conversation, because these loans are now made available specifically for you and with your business in mind.
And Christina, let me just take a moment here, because I do want to do this. The folks that are watching here today, I think it's critically important that they take an opportunity to thank Mayor John Daly and the Tallahassee City Commission, Chairman Rick Minor, and the Leon County Board of County Commissioners, because what we see here today, whether it's the ARPC program or the partnership with Florida A&M University Credit Union, would not be possible if it was not for their leadership. And, we're in a political time where politicians sometimes are not viewed in a favorable way. Maybe that's always. But in this community, I can say that these elected officials have listened to the voices that have come to them from the Capital City Chamber, the Big Bend Minority Chamber of Commerce, and others. And I want to take that moment to thank them for that. And that those that have joined us that will listen in the future, take a moment and call these people, because this is the only way we're able to do CEDARs or CARES is through their policy action. Thank you.
Oh, well said, Antonio. I couldn't agree with you more. We have the leadership and the guidance of the city and county commission. It's made the programs that we talked about today possible. So thank you for acknowledging that. Okay, we are up to our 1 hour of time today. So I think this conversation is really incredibly important, and we will have to pull you all together again to continue it. I know there are still many questions out there that you have. Please do reach out to us. And before we sign off, in one short sentence, let's give some parting words of advice. Keith?
I would say continue to step out on faith and pursue your dreams. And it's amazing once you make the first step how everything lines up to help you be successful. So continue to dream and move forward.
Katrina. Apply. Just apply for the money and make sure that you are intentional this whole year, and it will get done. Honestly, it's something out there for you. Like Ms. Montgomery said, we might not say it's ready today. We'll say not yet, but we're there. We're here to hold your hand to get it done. Apply.
Sheila, parting words of wisdom.
You're muted.
You're muted. I thought we were so close to getting through this webinar without saying you're muted. Okay.
I forgot. But no, passion. If you're passionate about your business, you will be successful. What we provide is just the resources that make it happen. But if your heart is in it, I promise you that you will succeed.
Antonio.
The Big Bend Minority Chamber of Commerce stands ready to help anyone in our community that's interested in fulfilling their dreams and starting and sustaining a business. Thank you.
Sharon.
Take advantage of the resources that are available to you, the folks on this call, and listen to the advice that they give. You may think that you're hearing a no, but what you're hearing is really sage advice that will help you in the long run.
Mr. Daryl Jones.
Well, everyone, I'm just grateful for everyone who's been a part of this important conversation. This has been time well spent. I want everyone to know that for those of you who may not be on this call but are still interested in learning this information, this webinar will be made available on the OEB YouTube page within the next couple of hours. And so please feel free to go back to this same conversation. The information that we have provided in the chat groups will also be made available there. Some of the answers to those questions, the links to all of our respective offices will also be there. I can't help but emphasize a point that was made by Antonio Jefferson. The city of Tallahassee and our Leon County governments have put a premium on economic inclusion for years. One of the things that I have always said, if you want to know someone's values, look at their checkbook. What we have seen these last few months, particularly because of engagement that came through both of our minority chambers and the responsiveness of our city and county commission, has made it very, very clear that this community, that our electeds and our governments believe in the uplift of all persons, minorities-owned businesses, women-owned businesses in our community, and have put their money where their mouth is and have made these resources available to us. So it is up to us to now take advantage of those resources, because at the end of the day, if we want to talk about moving beyond cyclical poverty in our community and remedying economic segregation, it is through the creation of jobs. And I believe that minority and women-owned businesses do a great job of creating jobs for minorities and women in our local community, where, as Mr. Jefferson describes, that rising tide lifts all ships and lifts all families and all communities. So thank you for being a part of this.
And then Jana, last parting
Hi.
words of advice.
Yes, thank you. I apologize for the earlier technical difficulties. I just want to emphasize that our loans, these are people loans. We're investing in you guys. We want you to apply. If there's a question you have, you're worried you don't have the right documentation, that's fine. Let us know. Let us know what your concerns are, because we're here to help you. And we won't know how to help you unless you speak out and advocate for yourselves.
Excellent. Thank you all so much for joining us today. There's a wealth of knowledge and partnership. And again, I said this at the very beginning, economic development and economic vitality is a team sport, and it takes all of us working together, rowing in that same direction to help uplift our small businesses, especially now more than ever. So thank you for your opportunity to stay here. If you're a local business online and you want to be part of our Love Your Local campaign and get a yard sign, let us know. We're more than happy to have that there. And I highly encourage you to engage with everybody that spoke today, and don't be afraid to make that ask. So thank you all again for joining us. Daryl mentioned it will be up on our YouTube channel later today. And please do reach out and ask that first question for help. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great job.